What's going on, everyone? Jack here from Half Chrome, and this is a really interesting drone. This is the JJRC X22, also known as the F1 Eagle Wings. Why so many names? I have no idea. This drone promises 360-degree obstacle avoidance, a 4K camera. Actually, I think it says a 6K camera on a full 3-axis gimbal. That's legit. This does spin around 360 degrees. That's legit. It also claims a 33-minute flight time and a 5.7 kilometer range. These specs put it in DJI territory at a fraction of the price. So is this too good to be true? Well,
Okay.
in a word, yes. Okay, so if you're new to the channel, I'm gonna give you an honest review. I'm gonna tell you what I like and don't like about this drone. I'm gonna let you decide what's best for you and spending your money. This one's gonna be fun. Stay tuned. Okay, I'm gonna start with what I like about this drone. I like the way it looks, I like the bag, I like the specs, and I like the idea of a sub $300 drone that has a 3-axis gimbal and some obstacle avoidance. Now here's what I don't like. Flying it, using the app, obstacle avoidance, their marketing, the SD card placement, the camera, charging the batteries. So I don't know if you're picking up on it, but I'm not a big fan of this drone. Just the implementation of it, not really good. Okay, so let's be real. Here's the thing. This drone could be good in a couple of months, and I think it needs some serious firmware updates. And if that happens, I'll put a link down in the description below to a re-review of this drone, because I think they just pushed this thing out before it was ready. But also, I'm not fully confident that that is going to happen. So let's walk through what's going on with this thing. For starters, getting in the air took forever. It was sitting at 12, 13, 14, 15 satellites sometimes, and it still wouldn't allow me to take off. Eventually it did, and I'm not really a big fan of the way that it flew. I don't know how to describe it. The flight characteristics of this thing weren't great. It was just kind of floaty. It would just kind of drift and wasn't incredibly responsive. Now, the obstacle avoidance on this thing is actually really cool, and it does in fact work sometimes. So when you're moving forward, it points forward. When you turn to the right, it turns to the right. If you're going backwards, it goes backwards, and then just kind of pans back and forth, and that's really nice. And it does work, again, kind of. Obstacle avoidance is working. So I try to fly into that tree. But you cannot rely on obstacle avoidance. If you do, you're asking for problems. Now let's take a look. You can see as I go left, it switches to the left. If I go right, it switches to the right. If I go forward, it goes forward. If I go back, it goes back. Wow, really drifting here. Whoa, stop, go back. Ugh. Stop, okay, stop, okay, stop, okay. Please stop. Please stop. Okay, so obstacle avoidance got me here. I think obstacle avoidance is a misnomer. This is not obstacle avoidance. It's not going to avoid obstacles. It's going to sense obstacles and stop, and that can be problematic. Definitely there is a difference. I couldn't really control it, and it ended up crashing. And the worst part about it, whatever, right? I've crashed drones before, and that kind of stinks. But the SD card in here, right? That's the SD card slot right there. And it kind of sticks out. And I knew right away that that was a bad idea. And it came to fruition as it crashed. It kind of pushed in and ejected, and I can't find that SD card. So the obstacle avoidance, good idea, not great implementation. Okay, so in terms of implementation, the app itself isn't very intuitive, and there's a lot of Chinese in the app, so kind of navigating it and understanding it is difficult. And that's especially true for the different flight modes. It's kind of a nightmare. I was able to try some of them out. You know, the Orbit, that's the one I love to use. Not great, right? I kind of got it in orbit, but kind of isn't really good enough. Okay, so maybe they fix all of those things with some firmware updates. Let's talk about the camera, and it's meh. They talk about a photo resolution of 6K. It's not, it's upscaled. You know, you're gonna get HD quality video maybe. It's not 4K, it's anytime someone advertises something as a 6K ESC camera, you should probably run 6K and ESC. ESC is an electronic speed controller. That's something that works with the motors, not the camera. I found it to be orangey or yellowish. It just doesn't look good, if you ask me. It does stabilize it, but you know, the drone doesn't fly well. The flight modes are confusing. It's hard to get up in the air, and the obstacle avoidance isn't going to avoid anything. But hold on, that's not even my favorite part of this drone. I love the advertising or marketing campaign they're putting out with this. So let's go over that because it's entertaining for the Eagle Wings, which is how they market it on their websites. But if you're going to search for Eagle Wings, it's probably not going to come up. JJRC, X22, F1, Eagle Wings. Why so many names? Who knows? But here we go. Eagle Wings brushless gimbal, refactoring performance blockbuster tool, N+ function, a strong debut. The weapon you want is here. Really? Oh, it gets better. The flagship master occupying the C position, full of luxury. What? Born ruthless character, 2022 grand ceremony. Pursue appearance, pay more attention to quality. Have more comprehensive aerial photography performance. Strength shot, comma, a master blockbuster weapon. Absolutely. Base value. Create another surprise. Stunning appearance with sense of technology, more temperament, and high matching color. Nice. Really nice. This one here is my favorite. 360-degree laser obstacle avoidance, all-round guard flight. 360-degree automatic detection of surrounding obstacles. Protection from bumps, scratches, rejections, crash damage, more comfortable flying. Guys, this one is going to help you avoid rejections. Listen, I'm ragging on this thing and it's not ready for the prime time, not at its current price point, not with its current firmware. There are better options in the sub $300 drone range. I love the Mini SE. That is a fantastic drone. It is hands down the best drone you can get for less than $300. Yes, it's $299, but it's really good. If you want to spend a little bit less money, and it's not quite as nice, but I do really like the MJX Bug 16 Pro. And I was really hoping that this guy would be the successor to that with the obstacle avoidance. You know, it looks good, it sounds good, but it isn't good. And that's what you want. You want something that is worth your hard-earned cash. And I just don't think that this is it. Like I said, if there are firmware updates coming out on this thing and they let me know, I've let them know my issues with it. So if they contact me, I'll put that information out and I'll give this thing a second chance. So if you're looking for that, check the video description down below to see if that's happened. But don't hold your breath. Anyway, I hope that was helpful. If you're interested in buying a drone, one way you can help support the channel is to use the affiliate links down below. I've got links below to drones that I recommend. Probably not going to see this one on the list. Or you could be a Patreon, right? A couple of bucks a month certainly helps the channel out, and we absolutely appreciate that. Good luck, everyone, and happy flying.